Welcome to 2024, where an exciting and extraordinary year awaits. Get ready for a roller coaster ride. Through 21 incredible events and milestones that will leave you astounded, from major international agreements to lunar missions, architectural wonders, to historical moments. This year promises a wild adventure. Join us as we dive into the fascinating happenings of 2024. Number 1. Bulgaria adopts the euro. In 2024, Bulgaria will embark on a significant financial milestone by adopting the euro, becoming the 21st member state of the European Union to do so. Joining the EU in 2007, Bulgaria had pledged to switch from its national currency, the leu, to the euro as part of its accession treaty. This change is in line with the Maastricht Treaty criteria, which include measures for inflation, government budget deficits, and debt-to-GDP ratios to maintain stability within the eurozone. By 2021, Bulgaria had met most of these criteria, except for a 2-year stint in the EU's exchange rate mechanism, which it joined in July 2021. With a solid plan set in 2021, Bulgaria's adoption of the euro in 2024 also allows for the continued use of the lev for a brief transitional period. The transition to the euro eliminates currency exchange fees, boosting business, especially with key trading partners like Germany. It also enhances tourism, a crucial sector of Bulgaria's economy, by simplifying currency exchanges for tourists. Additionally, Bulgaria stands to benefit from lower borrowing costs, thanks to the increased confidence of investors in Eurozone countries. Bulgaria's integration into the Eurozone, following Croatia's accession in 2023 and Lithuania's in 2015, increases the Union's economic size to nearly $14 trillion. Given Bulgaria's fiscal discipline and low debt-to-GDP ratio, this move is poised to bring significant economic advantages, paving the way for potential future expansions, with Romania aiming to join by 2029. Number 2. The 30-meter telescope is fully operational. In 2024, the astronomical community will celebrate the inauguration of the 30-meter telescope, TMT, an advanced observatory perched atop Mauna Kea in Hawaii, USA. This groundbreaking project is the result of an international collaboration among Canada, China, India, Japan, and the United States. The TMT stands out for its ability to operate from near ultraviolet to mid-infrared wavelengths, 0.31 to 28 MA, making it a versatile tool for exploring a wide array of cosmic phenomena. Its centerpiece is a remarkable 30-meter diameter primary mirror, composed of 492 hexagonal segments, each 1.4 meters across. This segmented mirror, housed in a massive dome, allows for precise adjustments to capture clearer and more detailed images of the universe. Located at an impressive altitude of 4,050 meters, the TMT offers an unparalleled view of the night sky, surpassing other large telescopes in altitude. Its advanced adaptive optics system counters atmospheric image blur, enabling the telescope to image exoplanets with extreme clarity and conduct detailed spectroscopy to assess their potential for harboring life. The TMT's capabilities extend beyond exoplanet imaging. It's set to unveil the mysteries of dark matter, which constitutes a significant portion of the universe's mass energy content. Additionally, it can observe the early universe, shedding light on the formation and evolution of large-scale cosmic structures. The telescope also offers a unique opportunity to study supermassive black holes in unprecedented detail, even resolving accretion disks of active black holes as far away as the Virgo cluster. With a collecting area 9 times larger than the Keck telescope and a resolution surpassing the Hubble Space Telescope by over 12 times, the TMT marks a new era in astronomical observation and research. Number 3. A global agreement on plastic pollution In 2024, the international community is set to witness a pivotal moment in environmental conservation with the signing of a groundbreaking agreement to combat plastic pollution. This agreement, hailed as the most significant environmental pact since the Paris Climate Accord, follows a decisive meeting of UN member states in March 2022, where world leaders and environmental ministers agreed to address the escalating crisis of plastic waste. This monumental agreement is spurred by the alarming rise in plastic production, which saw a leap from 2 million tons annually in 1950 to an amount exceeding the combined biomes of all land and marine animals by 2020. The environmental impact is stark, with about 10 million tons of plastic ending up in the oceans annually, disrupting marine life, food chains, and human health. Without intervention, projections showed that the amount of plastic waste entering the oceans could triple by 2040, with the cumulative oceanic plastic mass surpassing all fish by 2050. The 2024 resolution, endorsed by 175 nations, aims to address the entire life cycle of plastics, from production to disposal. It originates from 3 initial draft resolutions and leads to the formation of an Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee, INC, in 2022. The committee's work culminates in a draft legally binding agreement, set to emerge in 2024. This agreement paves the way for a legally binding instrument that promotes the proliferation of reusable, recyclable, and biodegradable products, offering sustainable alternatives to conventional plastics. It also enhances international collaboration to facilitate access to eco-friendly technologies and bolsters efforts in waste management. Initiatives like the Ocean Cleanup, led by Boyan Slat, are critical in reducing the amount of plastics and microplastics in rivers, lakes, and oceans. While this agreement marks a crucial step forward, it also signals the beginning of an arduous journey requiring unprecedented levels of cooperation and action. The enduring impact of plastic pollution will continue to pose challenges well into the future, making this a long-term commitment akin to the global response to climate change. Some plastic waste is expected to remain in the environment until at least 2600, underscoring the lasting legacy of this environmental issue. Number 4. Indonesia gets a new capital city. In 2024, Indonesia is set to open its new capital city, marking a significant shift in the country's administrative and political landscape. This new capital represents the 4th change in just 80 years, following a history that saw the capital move from Jakarta to Yogyakarta and Bukit Tinggi due to historical events, including World War II and the occupation by the Netherlands Indies Civil Administration, NICA. The decision to relocate the capital from Jakarta to East Kalimantan on the island of Borneo was made official in 2019 by President Joko Widodo. This move comes as a response to the alarming subsidence issues in Jakarta. The city, plagued by problems stemming from its location on swampy land and the over-extraction of groundwater, has been sinking at a rate of up to 25 centimeters annually in some areas, with nearly half of the city now below sea level. Besides subsidence, Jakarta also faces severe pollution, overcrowding, and traffic congestion. The new capital, spanning 40,000 hectares, is strategically located amidst greenery in a less populated area, while also being more centrally positioned within the country. The project, estimated to cost around $34 billion, will see 1/5 of the funding provided by the state, with the rest coming from international investors. Despite this monumental move, the Indonesian government commits $40 billion to modernize Jakarta and address its sinking issue, reaffirming that it is not abandoning the city. This action is crucial, considering predictions that 95% of Jakarta could be underwater by 2050. The design for the new capital, titled Nagara Rimba Nusa, Forest Archipelago by Urban Plus, was chosen in December 2019, following a design contest organized by Indonesia's Ministry of Public Works and Public Housing. The master plan features strong environmental elements and incorporates cutting-edge smart city technology. Development of the new capital started in 2021 and will be inaugurated in 2024. The plan involves a phased development, with the final transfer of all government departments from Jakarta expected by the end of the decade. Number 5. Total solar eclipse across North America. On April 8, 2024, North America will experience a spectacular astronomical event, a total solar eclipse. This rare occurrence will be visible across the continent, starting from the Pacific coast and moving in a northeasterly direction through Mexico, the United States, and Canada, before concluding in the Atlantic Ocean. The eclipse's longest duration of totality, lasting 4 minutes and 28 seconds, will be observable near Nazas, Durango, Mexico, and the neighboring city of Torreon, Coahuila. This eclipse is particularly noteworthy for several reasons. It will be the first total solar eclipse visible from Canada since 1979, the first for Mexico since 1991, and the first for the United States since 2017. Remarkably, it is also the only total solar eclipse in the 21st century where the path of totality encompasses all 3 countries, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Adding to its uniqueness, the path of this 2024 eclipse intersects with the path of the previous total solar eclipse that occurred on August 21, 2017. This intersection takes place in southern Illinois, near the town of Makanda, just south of Carbondale. This geographic overlap creates a rare phenomenon for several cities within a 9,000 square mile area. Cities including Benton, Carbondale, Chester, Harrisburg, Marion, and Metropolis in Illinois, Cape Girardeau, Farmington, and Perryville in Missouri, as well as Paducah in Kentucky, will have the extraordinary opportunity to witness 2 total solar eclipses within just a 7-year span, marking a unique moment in astronomical observation. Number 6. First crewed flight of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration's Orion spacecraft. In May 2024, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration is set to embark on a historic mission with the first crewed flight of the Orion Multi-Purpose Crew Vehicle, MPCV, known as Artemis II. This significant endeavor follows the uncrewed Artemis I mission in 2022 and the initial Earth-orbiting prototype in 2014, all integral parts of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration's ambitious plan to eventually send humans to Mars. Artemis II, marking a new era in space exploration, will be launched into high Earth orbit by the powerful Space Launch System, SLS rocket. The mission, lasting 2 days in this orbit, allows the crew to test the spacecraft's life support systems and conduct an in-space rendezvous demonstration with the spent interim cryogenic propulsion stage serving as a target. The mission then takes a momentous turn as the Orion spacecraft begins a translunar injection maneuver, setting it on a free return trajectory around the Moon. This 10-day mission includes a lunar flyby, bringing the spacecraft within 7,400 kilometers of the Moon's surface, making it the first crewed mission to travel beyond Earth orbit since Apollo 17 in 1972. The 4-person crew on this historic journey includes a Canadian astronaut from the Canadian Space Agency, marking the first time a Canadian travels beyond low Earth orbit. Artemis II is a precursor to the following Artemis III mission, planned for later in the decade, which aims to land humans, including the first woman, on the Moon's south polar region. During this mission, 2 astronauts will spend approximately a week on the lunar surface before their return to Earth. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration's vision for the Artemis program includes a series of 11 missions, extending until at least 2033. These missions will not only enhance lunar exploration, but also potentially pave the way for Orion's use in future Mars missions, in combination with a deep space habitat module for extended space and resource capabilities. Number 7. Canada's first Supertall skyscraper. In 2024, Toronto is poised to celebrate a significant milestone in its urban landscape with the completion of the One, a towering mixed-use skyscraper. This monumental structure will be the first in Canada to surpass the 300-meter, 984-foot mark, earning it the status of a super-tall building as defined by the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat. It's important to note that while the CN Tower is taller, it is technically classified as an observation tower. This development is a highlight in Toronto's ongoing construction boom, which has already seen the city lead North America in the number of cranes populating its skyline. The one's completion aligns with the city's 25-year development plan, Takore, initiated in 2018, which recognized the need for expanded infrastructure to accommodate Toronto's rapidly growing population. With an annual increase of 130,000 people, the Greater Toronto Area is anticipated to grow from 7 million to over 10 million residents by 2045. Standing at 309 meters, 1,014 feet, with 85 floors, the One will not only transform Toronto's skyline, but also surpass the height of the first Canadian Place, which has been Canada's tallest building since 1976. The building will feature a mix of residential, retail, and hotel properties. Its design includes innovative solutions like cutaways in mechanical floors to reduce wind impact at ground level and the use of external columns and diagonal beams to enhance structural support and maximize internal space. Following the completion of the One, Toronto will see the rise of another landmark, the Pinnacle One Yonge. This mixed-use development includes a 95-story tower that reaches 312 meters, 1,025 feet, set to be completed in 2024 as well. As Toronto continues to evolve, it is expected to see a surge in skyscraper construction, transforming it into Canada's version of Manhattan and signaling its status as a dynamic, ever-growing urban center. Number 8. Euro 2024 is hosted by Germany. In 2024, Germany is set to host the 17th edition of the European Championship, commonly known as Euro 2024. This event marks a historic moment as it will be the first time Germany hosts the tournament as a unified country, with the previous hosting in 1988 being under West Germany. The championship will span 32 days in June and July, featuring 51 matches with 24 teams competing for the title. The decision for Germany to host Euro 2024 came after a competitive bid process where it contended against Turkey. Germany was ultimately chosen due to concerns about Turkey's human rights record, limited hotel capacities in many cities, and the extensive scale of infrastructure required. Germany was announced as the host on 27 September 2018. Winning by a vote of 12-4, with one abstention. As the host nation, the German team automatically qualifies for the tournament. This opportunity comes as a significant boost for German football, especially following the country's disappointing performance in the 2018 World Cup, where they failed to advance beyond the group stage. Germany boasts a wealth of stadiums that meet the Union of European Football Association's minimum capacity requirement of 40,000 seats. In total, 18 cities and stadiums initially submitted proposals, including the 12 that hosted the 2006 FIFA World Cup. However, for Euro 2024, only 10 cities and stadiums will be utilized, with Berlin's Olympiastadion boasting a capacity of 75,000, being the largest among them. This event promises to be a spectacular showcase of football, bringing together Europe's best teams in one of the sport's most revered tournaments. Number 9. Paris hosts the Summer Olympic Games. From August 2nd to August 18th, 2024, Paris is set to host the 33rd Summer Olympics, a landmark event for the city, as it becomes only the second city after London to have the honor of hosting the Olympic Games 3 times. This occasion is particularly special as it marks 100 years since the 1924 Summer Olympics, also held in Paris, which was the last time the city hosted the Games. The journey to secure the hosting rights for the 2024 Olympics began in 2015, with Paris initially competing against 4 other candidate cities: Hamburg, Rome, Budapest, and Los Angeles. However, as Hamburg, Rome, and Budapest withdrew their bids, it left Paris and Los Angeles as the final contenders. In a strategic move by the International Olympic Committee, also known as IOC, a proposal was approved in July 2017 during an extraordinary IOC session in Switzerland to simultaneously elect the host cities for the 2024 and 2028 Olympic Games. This led to a unique arrangement where Los Angeles agreed to host the 2028 Games, paving the way for Paris to be the designated host for the 2024 Olympics. The formal announcement confirming Paris and Los Angeles as the respective hosts for the 2024 and 2028 Olympiads was made at the 131st IOC session in Lima, Peru, on September 13, 2017. The 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris are expected to be a grand celebration of sports and culture, commemorating not only a century of Olympic history in the city, but also showcasing the enduring spirit of the Games and their significance in bringing nations and athletes together. Number 10. Lunar Mission 1 drills into the Moon's South Pole. In 2024, a groundbreaking space mission, Lunar Mission 1, is set to launch. This British-led, unmanned moon probe aims to land on the largely unexplored lunar South Pole, embarking on a mission to deepen our understanding of the Moon's composition and the early solar system. One of the mission's key objectives is to drill down into the lunar surface, reaching depths of at least 20 meters, 65 feet, and potentially as deep as 100 meters, 328 feet. Lunar Mission 1 stands out not only for its ambitious scientific goals, but also for its unique approach to funding and public engagement. The mission is crowdfunded through Kickstarter, allowing people from all over the world to contribute to this pioneering endeavor. Backers of the project have the unique opportunity to send personal mementos to the Moon, including photos, text, and even samples of their DNA, all stored in a time capsule. This capsule is set to leave a lasting digital record of human civilization on the lunar surface. In addition to uncovering new insights into the Moon's geology, Lunar Mission 1 has another significant purpose. The data gathered from the mission will play a crucial role in assessing the viability of the lunar South Pole as a potential site for a permanent human base in the future. This exploration could pave the way for long-term human presence on the Moon, making Lunar Mission 1 a key step in the expansion of human activity in space. Number 11. Launch of the SphereX mission. In 2024, National Aeronautics and Space Administration's SphereX Observatory is set to embark on a groundbreaking mission to conduct an all-sky survey, capturing the complexities of over 300 million galaxies and 100 million stars in our own Milky Way galaxy. This ambitious project aims to deepen our understanding of the universe's evolution and the frequency of life-sustaining elements in our galaxy's planetary systems. SphereX's key goals include probing the effects of cosmic inflation on the distribution of matter, tracing the history of galactic light, and investigating the presence of water and organic ices during the early stages of star and planetary disk formation. Using a near-infrared spectrophotometer, SphereX will meticulously map the entire sky 4 times over its 25-month mission. It will classify galaxies based on redshift, study intra-halo light, and delve into signals from the epoch of reionization, a pivotal period in the universe's history. Uniquely complementing the Euclid Observatory, SphereX focuses on lower redshifts to offer fresh perspectives on cosmic inflation. It will create an extensive sky map in 96 color bands, surpassing previous all-sky maps in color resolution. This map will be instrumental for future investigations by the James Webb Space Telescope. SphereX's journey into the cosmos, slated for mid-2024, stands as a beacon of exploration and discovery. Number 12. Bioelectronics for treating arthritis are in common use. By 2024, bioelectronics will become a standard treatment for arthritis, which, as of the 2010s, was the leading cause of disability in the United States, affecting over 20 million people daily and incurring costs close to $100 billion annually. Traditional arthritis treatments have primarily focused on a combination of medication, exercise, and lifestyle changes, yet a cure has remained out of reach. The significant shift in treatment approach began in 2014, when researchers unveiled a pacemaker-style device. Implanted in the neck, it works by sending electrical impulses to stimulate the vagus nerve. This stimulation has been shown to reduce activity in the spleen, leading to a decrease in inflammation, causing chemicals and immune cells in the joints of patients with rheumatoid arthritis. Remarkably, over half of the patients experienced dramatic improvements, with up to 30% achieving remission, even in severe cases. Advancing from this breakthrough by 2024, the implants will have been miniaturized to the size of rice grains, making them more cost-effective and efficient. The use of bioelectronics is poised to extend beyond arthritis treatment, showing promising applications in managing asthma, controlling obesity, and restoring normal insulin production in diabetes patients. Number 13. Car sharing will explode in popularity. By 2024, car sharing will have seen a meteoric rise in popularity, transforming from a niche concept to a global phenomenon. This model, which allows for renting cars for short periods, often by the hour, appeals to those who sporadically need a vehicle or require different types of vehicles for varying needs. Although experimented with in the late 20th century, car sharing only gained significant traction in the early 21st century. This surge in popularity is driven by rising urbanization, increasing congestion and pollution, and the high costs of private car ownership. By 2015, car-sharing programs had already spread across 5 continents, over 30 countries, and hundreds of cities. Innovations have played a crucial role in this expansion, including one-way car-sharing for impromptu trips, partnerships between automakers and garage chains for free city parking, integration with ride-hailing apps, adoption of plug-in electric vehicles, and a growing fleet of self-driving vehicles. While Europe and North America continue to see growth, the most significant expansion is happening in the Asia-Pacific region, especially in China. The industry has experienced astounding growth in membership and revenue. From 2014's 2.4 million members, the number will have escalated nearly tenfold to 23.4 million by 2024. Similarly, global revenue will have increased 6-fold, jumping from $1.1 billion to an impressive $6.5 billion. Number 14. Wind turbine drone inspection is a multi-billion-dollar industry. By 2024, the wind turbine drone inspection industry will have grown into a multi-billion-dollar sector, driven by the world's accelerating shift towards clean energy and the consequent proliferation of wind turbines. This increase in wind turbines has created a substantial demand for their inspection and maintenance, marking a significant change in how these tasks are traditionally performed. Previously, wind turbine inspections were limited to basic ground-based visual assessments or complex and hazardous methods involving ropes or platforms, sometimes at heights up to 600 feet. However, the rapid adoption of drones and other unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, has revolutionized this process. Drones offer a safer, faster, and more cost-effective alternative to conventional inspection techniques. They possess the capability to conduct operations with minimal risk and provide high-resolution data that surpasses human capabilities. Additionally, drones automate a considerable portion of the image processing and data analysis. By 2024, the global revenue from sales of wind turbine, UAVs, and their inspection services is expected to reach around $6 billion. This growth signifies a notable shift in the wind energy sector, emphasizing the integration of advanced technology in sustainable energy solutions. Number 15. Open source 3D printed clothes at near zero cost. By 2024, the advancements in 3D printing technology will have revolutionized the clothing industry, allowing for the production of clothes at near zero cost. A critical turning point occurred in 2014, when 3D printing outpaced injection molding in speed. Since then, the speed of 3D printing has been doubling every 2 years, following a trend akin to Moore's law. As a result, by 2024, 3D printing will be over 30 times faster than it was a decade ago, reducing the time to print an item from 4 hours to just about 7.5 minutes. This rapid and cost-effective production capability is further enhanced by the availability of millions of open-source designs, which can be easily downloaded and printed. This democratization of clothing production is leading to a significant decline in sweatshops in the developing world as the need for low-paid factory jobs diminishes. The ability to 3D print clothes cheaply and quickly is not just a technological marvel, but also a step towards more ethical and sustainable fashion practices worldwide. Number 16. Starlink reaches full capacity. By 2024, SpaceX Starlink, a groundbreaking satellite broadband network, will have reached its full capacity, marking a significant milestone in global internet connectivity. Starlink consists of over 4,400 cross-linked smallsat-class satellites, each weighing only a few hundred kilograms and orbiting at an altitude of 1,100 kilometers, 680 miles. This represents a four-fold increase in the number of active satellites compared to a decade earlier, enabled by mass production and significantly reduced costs per unit. Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, launched Starlink to meet the substantial global demand for low-cost, high-speed broadband. The use of smaller satellites has been key in reducing the costs of space-based internet and communications. Starlink offers gigabit speeds with latencies around 25 milliseconds, comparable to cable internet services, a feat normally challenging for satellite networks, made possible by Starlink's low Earth orbits. Starlink's journey began with flight testing in 2017, using two prototype satellites, Microsat 1A and Microsat 1B. The full network of 4,400 satellites started launching in 2019 and achieves full operational capacity by 2024. This network not only increases global internet reach, but also enhances average connection speeds. This development is part of a broader trend in satellite-based internet services, with competitors like OneWeb and Google also advancing their projects. SpaceX plans to further enhance the network with an additional 7,500 lower-altitude satellites to boost capacity and reduce latency in densely populated areas. Looking further ahead, SpaceX envisions a similar network orbiting Mars, extending this revolutionary connectivity beyond Earth. Number 17. Viper mission to the Lunar South Pole. In late 2024, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration's Viper, which is an acronym for Volatiles Investigating Polar Exploration rover, will be dispatched on an innovative expedition. It will land on the Moon's South Pole to prospect for water, ice, and other resources. This mission is crucial for mapping the distribution and concentration of lunar water ice, especially in the permanently shadowed regions. Viper, roughly the size of a golf cart, is equipped with advanced tools, including a drill and 3 analyzers. One of these, the neutron spectrometer system, can detect subsurface water from a distance. Upon locating water, Viper will use its 1-meter drill, Trident, to extract samples for more detailed analysis by onboard spectrometers. The rover's journey spans several kilometers, collecting data on varied soil environments, affected by differing degrees of light and temperature. This includes areas in complete darkness, those with occasional light, and regions in constant sunlight. When in permanently shadowed areas, Viper operates solely on battery power and cannot recharge until it returns to a sunlit location. The mission is expected to last about 100 Earth days. The primary objective of the Viper mission is to pinpoint the most feasible locations for water extraction at the lunar South Pole, setting the stage for future human missions. Water, an invaluable resource in space, has multiple uses, such as in life support systems and potentially as rocket propellant when separated into hydrogen and oxygen. Number 18. First flight of the New Glen reusable rocket. In 2024, Blue Origin's New Glen, a heavy-lift orbital launch vehicle named after United States astronaut John Glenn, will make its first flight. Developed by the aerospace company founded by Jeff Bezos, New Glen represents a major step forward in reusable rocket technology, positioning itself as a competitor to SpaceX. The journey to New Glen began with Blue Origin's New Shepard, a vertical takeoff, vertical landing rocket, which had its first flight in 2015, while New Shepard, standing at 18 meters tall, fell into the suborbital class of rockets. New Glen is a significant advancement. It stands at a towering 95 meters and is designed to carry substantial payloads to low Earth orbit and geosynchronous transfer orbit. Work on New Glen started in 2012, with its design featuring a two-stage rocket powered by 7 BE-4 engines. The massive scale of investment in Blue Origin is reflected in Bezos selling $1 billion of Amazon.com stock annually to fund the company, a figure that doubled by the end of the decade. Despite facing delays, by 2019, Blue Origin had secured 5 customers for New Glen flights, including a multi-launch contract with Telesat for its broadband constellation. Emphasizing reusability, New Glen's first stage is designed to return to Earth and land vertically, a feature inherited from the New Shepard. The highly anticipated first test flight of New Glen in 2024 will launch from the upgraded Launch Complex 36 in Florida. The mission includes the first stage flying back to Earth to land on a moving ship, stage separation, second stage engine ignition, fairing separation, and the safe delivery of the payload to orbit. Beyond New Glen, Bezos's vision for space exploration includes the Blue Moon lunar lander, capable of delivering significant payloads to the Moon's surface and potentially astronauts, using New Glen as the launch vehicle. This ambitious plan showcases Blue Origin's commitment to advancing space travel and exploration. Number 19. India's first crewed spaceflight. In 2024, India will join the elite League of Nations, capable of independently launching humans into space, becoming the 4th country to achieve this feat after Russia, the United States, and China. This historic mission will be carried out by the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, using a variant of the geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. The mission involves a 3.7-ton capsule, designed to be largely autonomous, carrying a 3-person crew. The crew will orbit the Earth at an altitude of 248 miles, 400 kilometers, for 7 days, followed by a splashdown in the Bay of Bengal. The endeavor represents a significant investment, with the total project cost amounting to approximately 124 billion rupees, $2.67 billion. Although initially planned for 2016, the mission faced various delays before its eventual launch in 2024. Looking ahead, subsequent versions of the craft are planned to be capable of longer missions, potentially including rendezvous and docking with space stations and other orbital platforms, marking a significant step forward in India's space exploration capabilities. Number 20. The first probe to fly into the Sun's outer atmosphere. In a historic first, the Parker Solar Probe, formerly known as Solar Probe Plus, will venture into the Sun's outer atmosphere, Corona, in December 2024. This pioneering mission will bring the probe to within 5.9 million kilometers, 3.6 million miles, of the Sun's surface, a distance just 4 times the Sun's diameter. To survive this proximity, the spacecraft is equipped with a highly robust shield made of reinforced carbon-carbon composite, capable of withstanding temperatures up to 2000 Celsius. During its closest approach, the Parker Solar Probe will travel around the Sun at an astonishing speed of approximately 450,000 miles per hour, fast enough to cover the distance from Philadelphia to Washington in just 1 second. The mission's primary scientific objectives include investigating the structure and dynamics of the Sun's magnetic fields to understand the origins of solar wind, tracing the flow of energy that heats the corona and propels the solar wind, unraveling the mechanisms that accelerate and transport energetic particles, examining the dusty plasma near the Sun and its impact on solar wind and energetic particle formation. By coming closer to the Sun than any previous spacecraft, the Parker Solar Probe aims to revolutionize our understanding of the solar wind's physics, origin, and evolution through a combination of in-situ measurements and 3D imaging. This mission marks a significant leap in solar research. Number 21. COVID-19 vaccines are available to 90% of the world. By 2024, a pivotal milestone in the global fight against COVID-19 is achieved, with vaccines available to 90% of the world's population. The pandemic which emerged in Wuhan, China in December 2019, quickly escalated into a major health crisis, leading to widespread social and economic disruption. The development of COVID-19 vaccines was expedited due to prior research on related viruses like SARS and MERS. Despite initial controversies, such as concerns over Russia's Sputnik V vaccine and the ambitious timelines of the United States Operation Warp Speed, global efforts intensified. By October 2020, over 321 vaccine candidates were in development, with numerous trials underway across various continents. The COVAX initiative, involving 165 countries, played a crucial role in ensuring equitable vaccine distribution, targeting vulnerable populations by the end of 2021. Countries like China and the United States pursued their own strategies, with China joining COVAX in October 2020 and the United States focusing on domestic vaccine development and distribution. India's Serum Institute, the world's largest vaccine producer, committed to supplying affordable vaccines to low- and middle-income countries. In Europe, hard-hit regions prepared for vaccine introductions, with the United Kingdom securing deals for 340 million doses. The initial vaccine rollout prioritized healthcare workers, the elderly, and other high-risk groups, including potential superspreaders in public transport and retail. The manufacturing and distribution of vaccines saw a significant increase from the second half of 2021, but reaching global coverage remained a challenge due to production bottlenecks and ongoing trials. While the worst of COVID-19 has passed by 2024, the pandemic continues with daily infections and long-term health effects known as long COVID. Despite the vast majority having access to vaccines, a notable minority remain unvaccinated, and COVID-19 persists in the global population for the foreseeable future. Thank you for exploring these exciting events and milestones set to unfold in 2024. From major international agreements to lunar missions, sports spectacles to architectural marvels, there's a lot to look forward to. If you enjoyed learning about these upcoming events and want to stay updated on the latest news, please like, subscribe, and join the conversation by leaving a comment. Your engagement not only helps us bring you more fascinating content, but also allows you to share your thoughts and predictions for these remarkable moments in 2024. Don't miss out on what's to come.